Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the station identification of one of Wayland City's resident YouTubers. Live in the basement. This is not MTV's remote control. And he is not Ken Ober. God rest Ken Ober's soul. This is WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here's your host, New Bedford, Massachusetts' own, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Praise the Lord. Somebody call my mama. This is my YouTube CBS channel vlog show, WEML TV channel 77, in which there's ordinary and then there's me, Eric Lima, the host of the show. How's it going, everybody? Today is not September the 11th, 2021, 12 p.m. What's going on, everybody? Well, today is a somber day, a day of remembrance. On this date, 20 years ago, 8:46 in the morning, a plane carrying innocent people, passengers, hijacked by terrorists, crashed into the World Trade Center. And then 20 minutes after that, another plane crashed into the other Trade Center, into the World Trade Center. A lot of lives were lost on that day. There was another plane that was heading to the White House, but it crashed in Pennsylvania, thanks to some heroes. And there was another plane that was heading towards the Pentagon, and it crash landed into part of it. Terrorists who were sick and tired of people not listening to them. They want to kill a lot of people just for a bunch of virgins. You know, I'm really sad that people resort to something like this, killing innocent people just to because they don't have their own way. It is sad to me that this happened. A lot of lives were lost 20 years ago. And you want to know where I was on that day? September 11th, 2001. I was working at a restaurant at the Dartmouth Mall at the time, Ruby Tuesday, when it was still a thing. My boss, Joe Monger, my kitchen manager, Brian Pettipas, and I, they were manning the restaurant, making sure everything is on the up and up. And I was helping my coworker from Russia, Faina, to do the salad bar. I was putting plates for her, and I was finishing cleaning up and stuff. And I remember one of the servers goes, "Hey, turn on the TV. We're under attack." What? So they turn on the TV around that Tuesday morning, because it was a Tuesday, and we found, they reported that a plane crashed into the World Trade Center building, into the Twin Towers. I'm like, what? That can't be right. This cannot be happening. And when the second plane crashes, I was like, oh my gosh. It was surreal. I was kind of shocked and stunned. And I was trying to, okay, I gotta get focused, stay focused. I gotta get to work. And it was, so we were opening up the mall, opening up the restaurant and everything else. And not a lot of people came in. We had a few people come in, but not a lot of people were coming in. And I know my dad was working for Sears at the time still, at that time. And I think he did call me to ask me and told me, well, did you see what happened? I said, yeah, we had, and around the afternoon, between 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the power went out. So we try to work the best way we can. But then, unfortunately, the mall decided to close up. They said, we're gonna close up early. I said, okay. So I did my closing. I never worked. I did work a few closing shifts when I was working at Ruby Tuesday a couple of times. So I knew how to close up. So I did that. Put out the trash, put out the boxes. And when I went outside to do the trash and boxes, I looked at the parking lot. Not a single car was in the parking lot. It was like a total ghost town. And I was like, holy mackerel. So I'm trying to help clean up and everything else. And with the boxes, where they belong and everything else. It was surreal. It was a surreal, surreal day. And I could totally remember. Just hearing about it. And then it was everything shut down, everything closed down in Massachusetts. And everything just shut. Everything. 2 flights, Boston to L.A. They were gone. Innocent people were gone on that day. All because some extremist terrorists. I'm not going to name the nationality of the terrorists. I don't need to. Because they want the whole world to be like them. You know, and that's the problem with this world today. The sad part of it is that people get angry if other people don't think the same way they do. You know, I'm an old school believer. I'm an old school in my beliefs, and old school in my lifestyle, and old school in my way of thinking. But I learned the basic, simple stuff. I always remember to be kind to each other, be kind to everybody. Try to be kind, try to be respectful, regardless. Learn how to love from a agape love. Not the romance love or anything like that. Agape love, really unconditional love. You know, I think the problem with us Christians is because the world thinks that we're thinking it from an Old Testament standpoint when we should be thinking on a New Testament standpoint. You know, looking back, looking back at 9/11 and everything that went down, it just blew my mind. I'm like, how can this happen? How can innocent people die because a group of angry terrorists who probably were jealous of our country and not getting their own way? It was, I don't know. It was surreal. I remember, getting changed and getting out of work. I still had the Volkswagen. I had a Volkswagen Jetta. I think it was 95, I believe, at the time. I remember driving home. I was trying to listen to the radio to keep my mind off this, but all it is tragedy. The September 11th attacks and everything else. And you turn on the TV, tragedy, September 11th attacks, and it was like, we need to get our minds off this thing. The only network that was not playing any September 11th thing was the Game Show Network. But they had a ticker on the bottom of what was going on. The sad part about it is that people, it changed our country forever. Changed our country, changed our way of thinking, and that's probably the reason why we are where we are right now. We all thought the pandemic was bad, but September 11th just basically changed our way of thinking. And some of us stuck to our guns with the old school mentality. I know I am. I always try to love and respect everybody, though. That's the thing. The lifestyles I don't care too much about, and I don't want to get involved in those lifestyles. But I think the ultimate, trying to be kind to people, is very, very important to me. But I remember just driving on the way home from work that day. Nobody in the parking lot at the mall. nobody barely on the roads. I remember coming home and discussing and talking to Mom about what happened. And sitting down with her and discussing that everything has been happening for a reason. My father was still working, which I was kind of shocked that day. I'm surprised Sears didn't close down. I don't know if they had separate power sources or not, but all I know, I think somebody ran into a transformer that caused the power to go out at the mall. We had to close the mall that day for safety reasons, including. I think we did close the mall, not because the power went out. We closed the mall early because who knows if there's any more of these terrorists that could be targeting the mall next. Who knows? They closed all the malls, and back then the Galleria was still around, Swansea Mall was still around, and Harlem Mall was still around. But it was a sad day. It was a sad day. A lot of lives lost that day. My condolences and prayers to the families of those lives that were lost on that day. Hope you guys find the strength to continue on and be strong, because that's what your loved ones would do. We can never forget what happened on that day. It'd be easy not to forgive those who have caused this. But they should, be praying for them as well, for their families. I'm sure their families must be thinking, what are our loved ones thinking by doing this? What do we have against America? I feel sad. I feel sad. It was a tough day, but also a humbling day for us to all think about our actions and everything else, and our attitudes, especially with the pandemic that occurred last year and a lot of things going on today still. Life's too short, people. We gotta love one another, man, no matter what. No matter what beliefs that we have, whether it be religious or not, we still gotta learn kindness and respect. We have to. We're not gonna force anybody to go to our beliefs, and they're not forcing us to go with their lifestyle. Nobody's forcing us to do anything. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything, but I pray that we all be kind and loving towards another, be respectful towards one another, be good friends. I know it's not easy. Life is too short, though. How you want to live it? That's my question. Remember that. Bear that in mind. Be blessed, everybody. Well, that's all the time we have here on the show. Didn't want to get serious, but I figured it is 9/11. I figured I'd talk a little bit about it. What my thoughts are. 20 years ago, man. And they're doing a Yankees-Mets game today in tribute to that. That's why I was a little upset I was a little disheartened when Zelina Vega was supposed to be in a tag match with Carmella against Liv Morgan and Toni Storm last night on SmackDown. It would have been a great tribute to her father who died on that day. And condolences and prayers to her as well for her father. What I learned from 9/11 is we gotta learn how to stand up for our beliefs and stand up for your fellow man and be kind and be compassionate to your fellow man, regardless of religion, preference, or color. We gotta love and respect one another. God taught us in the Bible, be kind, show kindness. In the New Testament, never say anything about hate a certain group of people. It never said that in the New Testament. But we gotta be thinking in the New Testament state of mind instead of the Old Testament state of mind. Many people think we're on that. That's why they hate us so much. That's the way it is. I will continue to be strong. That's why when I chose to do this YouTube channel, in his YouTube. A lot of people, there's some people out there that didn't like my channel, and because in my friendships with some people, they're trying to do everything they could to ruin it. But blocking them off made me feel real good. So, well, that's all the time we have on this show. I haven't gone on the internet yet, and I'm doing all these videos right now. I want to say to every one of my subscribers, thank you for your support. I love you guys so much. I just think it's very important that let you guys know that you're all my friends. And to the trolls out there that try to ruin my channel, I don't hate you, but your behavior sometimes can be very unacceptable. I implore you guys out there to be kind and respectful towards one another. Please be kind, and that's what we need to do. If you can't be kind, that's why I block people. If you cannot be kind and respectful, I have to block you. It's not that I hate you, because I don't. But you need to keep your garbage away. Pick up your garbage and clean it up and throw it away. From a verbal standpoint. And I love you guys so much. I love everybody. I try to love people regardless. I know I got friends. I have friends that are beefing with friends and everything else, and I try to stay out of their drama. That's why I was sick of all the drama, because I really want to learn to be kind to one another. We need to. We need to be kind to one another. Let's do it. If those victims were still alive today, they would tell us to be kind and respectful for one another. Let's do it in their honor, in their memory. Be kind. Be respectful. Do better. Be better. I know it's not that easy with everything going on with COVID and everything else, the mask mandates, or whatever issues that we got. Let's drop all that for a moment, and just search our hearts and our souls, and try to be, and see if there's anything wrong with us. If I offended anybody on any of my YouTube videos, I ask you all to forgive me, because I make mistakes. I am human. I know when I'm wrong. If I said anything or done anything, I ask you all to forgive me, and I do apologize. And I love each and every one of you guys, including my family. I love my family, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, my grandparents up in Maine, my brothers, my in-laws, my sisters, my brothers, my nieces and nephews. I miss everybody. I miss having a family. I miss, those people. I got my family here, living with my sisters, my mother, my father. My brother-in-law, my sister, they went camping. They're heading back today, and they're on their way right now. But I love you guys so much, and let's be kind, show a little respect, a little love, and try to be encouraging and uplifting. Don't bring your toxic garbage and toxic attitude to a place of happiness. Don't bring that attitude and garbage. Just don't be toxic. Be loving and caring. That's it. And that will be it. That's all the time we have here on this episode of WEML-TV Channel 37, episode 546. On the next episode, Saturday Superstar Arcade, I made a promise that I will be playing a little bit of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I like that. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. I will do so after I get something to eat, because I'm hungry. And I got to set up the internet and everything else. And do all these videos before then. Alright? I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, bless out. See you next episode.